Have you ever heard the expression, a problem well stated is a problem half solved? This expression is usually credited to Charles Kettering, but do you think it's true? I would say yes and no. Creating a problem statement is certainly a great way to start addressing an issue. Take emotion, blame and solutionizing out of the equation, be factual and objective, and ask yourself some basic questions. So, how do you start? Well, we will need some help from a fish. A fish? Yes, a fish, but we will get to that later. Okay, let's get into it. Now, in our fast-paced world, we're constantly hitting problems, and because we're under pressure to deliver, we often jump straight into possible solutions. It's an instinctive reaction, particularly if you're a manager or a team leader. But without clear understanding of why they're happening, you can end up chasing your tail. A problem statement helps you to get to and clarify the root cause, as it shows you how to break down the problem. Ask yourself the following 7 questions, but remember, take all emotion out of this. Don't place blame anywhere or on anyone, and be factual and objective. Gather as much data as you can surrounding the problem and then run through these questions. First, identify the problem. So ask, what is the problem? State it factually and objectively. Second, provide context for the problem. So ask, where is the problem observed? When was it first observed? How is the problem observed and how often is it observed? Thirdly, state the consequences, so ask why is it a problem and who or what is impacted? And fourthly, define the objective, so ask what does success look like? What is the desired end result? Now, setting a clear vision for the desired outcome gives you a tangible target to aim for. Now, run through these questions a few times and refine your answers. If you can't answer any of them, you need to gather more data. And once you're happy, set up a session with colleagues connected with the problem. Share your problem statement draft. You're seeking consensus with your problem statement here. You need to brainstorm to reach a hypothesis with the group. You can use the 5 whys approach here to help. An oversimplification, but ask why 5 times on each question until the answer becomes clearer. But it's extremely important that you have the right people in the room for this. If you don't consider multiple viewpoints, you may end up going down a rabbit hole. So don't ignore stakeholders' views. And don't forget to ensure that you're aligned with corporate strategy. Don't misalign with organizational goals. Once you've reached a consensus on the problem statement, it's then time to run a root cause analysis session. Now, there's many types of root cause analysis, but remember our fish. How can that help us? Well, our fish is actually a fishbone. It's the fishbone technique for root cause analysis. And the fishbone technique is a cause and effect diagram. It helps brainstorming to identify possible causes of a problem by sorting ideas into useful categories. It's a visual way to look at cause and effect. It's a more structured approach than some other tools available. A problem statement or effect is displayed at the head or mouth of the fish. Possible contributing causes are listed on the smaller bones under various cause categories. A fishbone diagram can be helpful in identifying possible causes for a problem that might not otherwise be considered by directing the team to look at the categories and think of alternative causes. And to use a fishbone diagram, follow these steps. Place the agreed problem statement at the mouth of the fish. Agree on the major categories of causes of the problem, which are written as the branches from the main arrow. Brainstorm all the possible causes of the problem and ask, why does this happen? As each idea is given, the facilitator writes the causal factor as a branch from the appropriate category. Causes can be written in several places if they relate to several categories. Ask again, why does this happen about each cause? Write sub-causes branching off the cause branches. Continue to ask why and generate deeper levels of causes, and continue organizing them under related causes or categories. This will help you to identify and then address root causes to prevent future problems. Some tips here. Use the fishbone diagram tool to keep the team focused on the causes of the problem rather than the symptoms. Consider drawing your fishbone on a flip chart or large dry erase board, or something like Mural, Miro, or Microsoft Whiteboard if you're working remotely. And make sure to leave enough space between the major categories on the diagram so that you can add minor detailed causes later. When you're brainstorming causes, consider having team members write each cause on sticky notes, going around the group asking each person for one cause. Continue going through the rounds, getting more causes until all ideas are exhausted. Now, encourage each person to participate in the brainstorming activity and to voice their own opinions. The 5 whys technique is often used in conjunction with the fishbone diagram. Keep asking why until you get to the root cause. Well, no more than 5 times. And to help identify the root causes from all the ideas generated, consider a multi-voting technique, such as having each team member identify the top 3 root causes. Ask each team member to place coloured sticky dots on the fishbone next to what they believe are the root causes that could potentially be addressed. Now, problem statements and fishbone diagrams are a great start to fixing a problem. It's half solved already. But hold on a minute. There's another expression you may have heard of. Can't see the wood for the trees. Sometimes when we are emotionally invested with a problem, we miss the bigger picture because we focus too much on the detail. Now, design thinking can help us. It's an approach to help broaden our thinking by asking questions such as, where is the market heading? What are our customers doing? What do they want? How do they feel? What are our competitors doing? Now, research and data is critical in order to answer these questions. Personas and empathy maps can be very useful in uncovering the less obvious. Now, remember, Toys R Us, Blockbusters and Nokia. They are classic examples of not using this approach. They failed to see the danger of companies like Amazon, Netflix and Apple, as they focus too much on the smaller detail and maintaining the status quo. A design thinker would be much more likely to say a problem well stated could lead to something new and exciting. So collaborate, communicate, make new connections, and build better and deeper relationships with other teams, leadership and stakeholders to get a wider perspective and maybe, just maybe, spot the wood hiding in the trees. Now, check this video out to see how design thinking can help you solve some of your biggest problems. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe. Those things really make a difference and I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, that's it for this one. Stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you next Thursday for another Agile Thought.